and live on scene. Remember, follow the Facebook fan page, all capital letters, SCEN. 94 Feet of Life is the Facebook group. 94FT OFLIFE is the Instagram. We are also on Twitter, 94 Feet of Life with the one at the end. We on Twitter. We on everywhere. It's the Scene Network. So we just gonna kind of freestyle this one, y'all. We are just now at 27 days left in the regular season as we are recording this. So kind of in that dog day period. No, just trying to get through it. Now I know my basketball clock is all off because usually this is the first weekend of the playoffs. So Germ, I got Trav, I got Hand with me. So fellas, what y'all want to talk about? We can talk about Steph. We can talk about the Nets. We can talk about the KD troll tour that continues to roll on strong and whatever else, man. This is going to be really informal and really casual, man. This is just going to be us talking shop. So what's that, man? Whoever want to go first, man, lead the way. I'm here with y'all, talking the game, what we do best. So let's get to it.
You know, we don't start it this way. And since we freestyling, I don't want to stay too long on this. But we had a live last week, and we still waiting on the horse to make an apology. He didn't even make the apology. He went on another rant about Kevin Durant leaving about his thigh because he got kneed in the thigh and they lost by 2 or whatever. But do y'all really expect this dude to even apologize at this point? To even be mad about it or what?
Never.
Y'all go on that, man.
No,
Talk.
never.
I don't.
Never.
I don't because he acting just like everybody else in the media act. No accountability. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that they have that lack of accountability, it keeps them like as a lightning rod, which
Mm-hmm.
keeps them relevant, which keeps the followers and eyes on them, which keeps them flowing. I don't know. I mean, should I just cut a pipe bomb promo on Shannon ass? I mean, just to make it a lightning rod and make it fun. And no, I got better stuff I want to do.
I just I just feel at this point, as Ham talked about, there's never going to be an apology. Like these major media personalities, which he is, never apologize. Now they can kind of talk in circles around it to try to make it look better or explain themselves, but you're never going to get I'm sorry. So I won't even look for that. I think what they need to just go ahead and do. Shannon got his own YouTube show, Club Shay Shay. Have it out. Kevin Durant is clearly not somebody who was scared of public confrontation. That's been proven time after time.
Exactly.
Have it out. Go on Club Shay Shay. KD got his own podcast. You go on his. It'll do big numbers because people want the drama and want the controversy. So to me, at this point, either y'all talk it out on each other's shows, on whoever show you want to do it, or it's dead. But the apology's not coming. That's not happening.
Shouts out to the YouTube comments. We got Tyrell's friend Gerald in the comments. Shouts out to you. Thanks for tuning in. So we said 94 Feet was on Mondays and Fridays, and you tuned in. Appreciate you for being there. Shouts out to my Facebook comments over here. Shouts out Barry. Shouts out Nick. Everybody watching. Jarrell said that he feels like Shannon speaks the truth. Let me just be honest with you. Let me just say this to you. I don't think it's necessarily a thing where we're saying that he's speaking a truth or a lie. I think what you think how we have to spin this is it's what you perceive at that moment that he said, or what you resonate with at that moment that he says that makes it you feel him that he's speaking the truth or a lie. Because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna say he speaks the truth. I'm not gonna say he lies, But what I think the issue altogether with Shannon is a little bit too hot take, a little bit too fanboyish when it comes to basketball, and he's a little too biased when it comes to football. So when somebody say, well, why is he too biased? He hates Tom Brady. I don't know why you hate Tom Brady so much, but if you don't like somebody, Shannon makes it publicly known he don't like certain people. And when Brady came and did the troll video afterwards, he tried to spin it again. See, he tried to spin it and say, oh, even the great Tom Brady, listen. No, that's not what this is. So I think altogether what we have to come to the realization about is Shannon Sharpe is a person that we just gotta have to take him for what he is. He's more of a troll than he is anything. He's not a necessary troll, because the best necessary troll is this guy right here you're looking at, because I control them all.
Right.
And I got good stuff for you. I worthy stuff. See, you see my name, boom shakalaka. I'm on my NBA jam. I'm on fire. Put me out. But no, I think everybody here agrees, though. It's not necessarily a negative thing I'm going to say about Shannon, because I don't have no reason to. I'm just not personally a fan, because I think in media entertainment, when we see other people do the craft that we love, the one thing I don't respect is somebody who's trying to build their name off of a hot take. And that's just what it comes down to. Katie ain't
off a hot take and off of real whack slander in the way that they do it. And it's like it's very cheerleaderish in the way that they go about it. And like when he even broke that down that day, he's trying to say, well, ain't you the same dude that talked about players need to stay on their own team, this, that, and others? What's one thing ain't got nothing to do with
it ain't got nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do with it.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then it irks me because all of this stuff is based off of, especially when you put it in the eyes of this general fan, it's based off perception. The perception, the image, and narrative that they are sold. And this is what y'all are selling as a quality basketball conversation on national airwaves, global airwaves, for real. All this that's going on.
I just think when you talk about First Take, Undisputed, all those shows, the debate show, you're going on there to be entertained. You're not going there to learn.
You gotta be.
You're not going there to learn anything. You're just going there to be entertained. And Shannon has unfortunately moved into that realm of entertainer. It's no longer what he's gonna like. Even in his football conversation now, has gone that direction. When he actually truly, having played the game for so many years at a high level, knows it. But for mainstream media, we don't really want to be informed. They don't, in their eyes, they don't want you to be informed on it. It's entertainment. It's clicks.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's the same thing that rolls over just on the other side with KD. It's like, it's funny to me because a lot of people will take the exception of him even participating and being as active, you know what I'm saying, in the interaction with the fans in that way. But it's like, yo, talk shit, get hit. He gonna come back, he responded to your troll, then he going to get 30 on 12 or 17 shooting. And it's like, who else in the world can do that? So it's like, well, we gonna knock him on if he's still hooping, he's still doing his thing. Now y'all mad because he's talking?
This is that situation right here. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. It don't make a difference. Look, I respectfully just don't listen to Shannon Sharpe. Respectfully. You see, I said respectfully, because y'all know Germ, like I like to be a little extra with certain things with people.
Right, we know.
I don't want to put any negative energy out there in the atmosphere, in the universe. Kumbaya, my Lord, kumbaya. I just want everybody to make their money, go home, and enjoy their life. That's all I would like. But we don't got to do it at the expense of downing another man or critiquing another man on how they live their life. So with that being said, that's all I can say about that. Shouts out to you for that comment. And you are correct. We know who he is. He is Kevin Durant. My brother, that is Jarrell. We ain't even got to say nothing else after we know that part.
Now speaking of Kevin Durant, Kevin, at some point, some of this is on you too. And the reason some of this is on you, and let's go to the latest thing. Top 5 teammates. He quote unquote forgot Russ. Kevin, come on, man. Kevin. Yes, he walked it back. Now, there's 2 ways you could look at it. The question was top 5 teammates. Is it possible that Serge Ibaka is a better teammate than Russell Westbrook?
Possibility.
Like, if you watch Serge Ibaka's YouTube channel, Serge is like the guy around this league right now.
Yes, he is a better teammate.
And out of the blue, here he is, Coach Les Stewart checking in with us. So that's fair. It's but I forgot, Kevin, you ain't forget. You kind of knew what you was doing. So at some point, is Kevin Durant now almost playing? And I know Jerm, Ham, all of us actually have watched wrestling in our day. At some point, you have just decided you are gonna play the Heat.
Let me be real with y'all, right?
So Jerm, go ahead.
I'm gonna start right here. Shouts out to Nick. Shouts out to Verdale, First Lady Tanya. I see Tony just popped up in the comments. Hey, what's up, everybody? Nick said that he thinks that West on Facebook. Nick said he think West should be number 1. I can't say I think West should be number 1. I don't really care. Like,
Order.
why are we? Here's the thing. Why do we ask these dumb ass questions anyway? Like, I don't care. Like, who cares? You know, like, Big Shot, I agree with you though, because you dare. This is what is this again? That Big Shot. This is a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because there's somebody who's gonna be left off the list. The only thing, the politically correct thing to do is be like, yo, all of them is good. Next question. Come on,
Can
Les.
I say something?
Come on, Les.
Please.
Can I say something? And I'm not on camera for a reason. Listen. They asked Kevin Durant who was his top 5 teammates or that he played with, right?
Right.
They asked Kevin Durant. They didn't ask Wallow. They didn't ask Gilly. They didn't ask Trav. They didn't ask the dude that worked at Walmart. They didn't ask anybody but Kevin Durant. What Kevin Durant thought about it. All the people that he played with. Ain't none of us played with them. Not one of us. So for us as a society to sit up here and tell this man that he should have Russell Westbrook on his list, and he didn't want him on his list.
But you know what, Les?
That's his choice.
You know what my answer to that is?
What's up?
Don't walk it back later.
Exactly.
And you know what though?
Stick with your guns.
But you know what though? And this is, and I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because it was a segue to my point. He just like, all right, now if I don't say the man, it's gonna cause a whole shitstorm. So that's why he probably was like, yeah, of course.
But here's the thing: you spent the last 5 years not caring. You spent the last 5 years causing storms on Twitter, in public, forever. Why you care now? If you really think Westbrook is not one of your best 5 teammates, cool.
Yeah,
Don't
you
walk
know
it
what?
back.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
Don't walk
I
it
didn't like
back.
that either.
Right. Stick. I would have just stuck with my guns and said this is my top five. Like we was talking amongst ourselves, and we was like, shoot, if he had said Ty Lawson, which he played with, and I don't. Hey, that's his five. That's who he picked.
Them his people.
Them his people.
Talking about.
That's it.
Just
I
because
was-
Russell Westbrook is a good individual player, don't mean he was the best teammate for Kevin Durant. Clearly, he
I
wasn't because they
remember-
couldn't win.
I remember on Knuckleheads
Shit.
when when Big Baby was on Knuckleheads, and they asked him a similar question. They like, if you got to go to the park or whatever, you know what I'm saying, to the blacktop with four of your favorite teammates. He named 3 or 4 dudes that ain't nobody heard before. One of them played with him at LSU, and even Q and D Miles was like, who? He was like, oh, that's my guy from LSU. He played with me. He was on the Final Four squad at LSU. He
Mhm.
locking cats down. You know what I'm saying? Granted, we talking about Glenn Davis, but it was like that's his crew. So to just piggyback off of what Les was saying, it's like, yo, that's what he chose. That's what he chose. Now to expound on what Big Shot was saying, don't walk it back, Kevin. If you're gonna be the heel,
Be the heel.
be the
Sell out.
dastardly,
Sell it all out.
it's gonna be heel.
Man, go
Go with it.
Go with it. LeBron did it.
You ain't holding. And actually, LeBron actually held back. LeBron just didn't care.
He didn't care. That's what. And that's
You
how
know,
you gotta be. You
He had once LeBron stopped caring, like Draymond said on the barbershop. Once LeBron stopped caring, he was like, "Hey, fuck y'all, I'm finna do what I do."
Right.
Yeah,
Right. And I'm looking at the comment and I see Nick asking what is considered a great teammate. In this case, it don't
Good
even
question.
matter. It don't
Good
even matter. It's a good question, but it don't even matter. It don't even matter.
Hey,
I
Trav.
think that's subjected to whoever you asking, Nick.
Can I be honest with y'all? Be more like Ronnie. He's a great teammate. Boom. There you go. We got a model of consistency right there. Right there on the screen.
It is.
Bam, bam, bam. Got him.
But you know what? I think it's interesting. It is a because is it the best player you play or is it the best teammate?
It's so many different ways you can put that in the context and twist
You know
context.
what? It's so interesting about that because if you look at it, and he had I recommend Lamar Odom's All the Smoke. I thought it's incredible.
Yeah.
But Lamar Odom is considered like in the league everybody's favorite guy.
Right.
Everybody in the league loves Lamar Odom.
How many all NBA teams have Lamar Odom made?
He's the guy in the league. Now Lamar Odom was obviously not a superstar.
My guy Joe Maver in the comments.
What up, Joe? But everybody in the league love him.
But you know what?
And like Serge Ibaka,
right,
in the league is that he's not a superstar.
Everybody likes Serge.
Everybody in the league loves.
Everybody likes Stringer Bell's nephew, man. Just leave it alone, man.
You know what? D Wade was talking to a group, and they would ask him like who his favorite teammate to play with, and he kind of broke it down the same way as you did, Big Shot, as far as with the Lamar Odom deal, because he was like the best player don't necessarily have to even play with you. Most people be like, well, my favorite team, my teammate would have been LeBron. They would have said LeBron James, but he was like, no, it was somebody that was on the bench. He always make me laugh. He always make me forget about messed up situations. That's one of my best teammates.
Hey, so Trav, who would have been one of Russ's guys? Cameron Payne. That was his TikTok video. That was his Corvette. You know,
6, 7, 8.
Yeah. That would have been one of his teammates. And people would have got mad because they would have judged it off his basketball performance. No, this is just his favorite teammate.
Period,
y'all know damn well why this thing is even controversial to begin with.
Because of how he left Oklahoma.
It's Kevin Durant.
It's because of who said it.
Who said it?
The source. That's it.
All I'm gonna say is, as we wrap this up, I don't care.
I think people at this point know You ask Kevin Durant something,
It's hitting headlines.
it's gonna hit.
Mhm. Every
It's gonna
time.
hit. It's gonna hit every time. So
He's not playing doodle jump anymore, y'all. So you
now,
got to
speaking
come
of
with
Kevin Durant, let's talk about the Nets. First of all, the Nets are on the cusp of having two 50, 40, 90 guys or the same team with
cheap, man.
the aforementioned Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. But with 27 days left in this regular season, they got legitimate health problems. Legitimate. Like, it's not going away, and this could roll over into the playoffs. So if they're not healthy, I know this is a very hot take-ish question, but I think it's legitimate in basketball. If they're not healthy come playoff time, and Philadelphia, who I think is the only team that can really give them trouble, is completely healthy and ready, I don't know if this is a foregone conclusion they get out there.
Yeah, it's all on
So-
nutrition and health.
Let's have some fun.
Right, why not?
Club Germ. Yep, we trolling. All right, so look, currently right now, the 7th seed is the Heat, the 8th is the Hornets, the 9th is the Pacers, and the 10th is the Raptors. All right. Realistically, I expect and this is just me in 27 games. We'll go around the horn on this. I expect the Heat to be in the 6th seed, and I expect the Knicks to be down where they're supposed to be, which is in the playoff situation or play-in situation. So we're talking about the Hornets, the Knicks, the Pacers, and the Raptors. Can any one of those teams beat Brooklyn 4 times?
No.
No. Let's go to the second matchup. The only team that I would be worried about or concerned about, because I'm gonna say this now. The best player in basketball in the 2021 season, he'll be back next week. Don't worry. Don't even worry about that. The dude with the long beard, he'll be back next week. Don't even worry about it.
Right.
As if he's on the floor, they can beat the Bucks. I put money. We go to the bank now. We can go put the money down.
I think a banged up Nets still can beat Milwaukee.
Because I don't think you need Durant for that. Because you don't need Durant for that because you had a lot of guys that match up well with Giannis, right? We ain't talking about stopping. We ain't talking about stopping. We said match up.
Again.
Okay, well, hey, Trav. In a
Let's
second,
talk about it.
You're trying to bank that, Germ. Don't bank that.
Where's
I
my bank?
will put 65% of my funds in there, but I would not put 100% of my funds.
So let's start there. Let's start there. Trav, a banged up Nets team versus Milwaukee
Without Kevin Durant?
Uh-huh.
Are you talking that banged up without Kevin Durant?
Let's say they don't have all 3 of the big 3. You pick whatever one.
They take that a good 6 or 7 games. They're going to take them, and they possibly can steal it. Steal it. You need Kevin Durant to play against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah,
you need Kevin Durant.
Okay. So let me ask you this question. This is my first question. We have all watched the Nets play this year.
Mm-hmm.
All. As long as James Harden is on the floor, the only team that they have to worry about are the Sixers, the Lakers, and the Clippers. The Bucks are not an offensive team that is going to can be able to consistently put up 125 points a night.
But you including Kevin Durant in that.
Go ahead, Ham. Go ahead.
Where I worry about it is when you push them to that 6 or 7 and you build on more attrition.
Correct.
By game 6 or 7, my only thing that I'm saying, I think James Harden, as I said this year, has played the best basketball.
Oh no,
If you have the best player in the league during that league year, you can make some things shake. I understand. I don't disagree. We know who Kevin Durant is. We all agree on that.
They can win
I'm
it without
saying,
Kevin.
but it's gonna be harder. I didn't say it wasn't gonna be harder. I said I still think that they can beat
I can ride with
the
you on that.
Bucks.
I can ride
But
with
I'm
you.
saying I believe that James Harden is significantly that much of an upgrade over whatever else that you have in the league when it comes to playing the Bucks. Got Kyrie too.
Yes, Kyrie. He's the one that's gonna get you over the top. James is playing some of the best ball, just playing basketball. This man giving you 28, 10, and 10 a night, just hooping along. But you run up against Milwaukee, limping, with James and Kyrie and the rest of them, without Kevin Durant,
That's a different fight.
that's a different fight.
Now,
That is a different fight.
if it's now, let's say they get through those first two hurdles that Jeremy's laid out.
Yeah.
Now we're dealing with Philadelphia.
Now you put the spice in the pot.
Now, here's where I think it becomes interesting if they're not healthy. I think if they're all there and healthy, I think Philadelphia can make it a series. If they're not all there and healthy, especially if the guy that's missing is Durant, here is where it becomes a problem. Because Jeremy talked about it. James Harden was an MVP candidate, I think, before he got hurt. And I think they still going to hold against him the Houston exit. So you won't get it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have, which I feel you, Jeremy, I think that's whack. But Embiid is the one guy in this league. He's not Durant, but he is Durant in the fact that there's nobody with an answer. Nobody. There's not one answer for him. As much, and
I love it.
If Durant is not there for whatever reason, or whatever happened, we knock on wood for that. That gets really interesting because if you take off Durant, Embiid is a matchup nightmare. Ben Simmons, now he cannot lock up James Harden. I'm be very clear when I say this. He can't lock him up. He can't lock Kyrie. But could Ben Simmons, in a 4 or 5 minute stretch, take James Harden? He could.
He could.
And then the other thing they got is, and again, he got to be healthy because he's not been healthy recently, is Tobias Harris.
Correct.
Tobias Harris now he's not Harden, he's not that, but he's a bad matchup for a Brooklyn team that doesn't have a lot of depth. They got the big three up top, and yeah, anybody will take that three, the big three on the top of the roster. But if you're saying, hey, Claxton or a couple of the guys they signed at the end of the year, you're going to have to go play minutes on Tobias Harris. You're going to have to play minutes. Joe Harris, you might have to take extended minutes on Ben Simmons. Joe is a pretty good defender, but if I say, Joe, you got to go get him for 35 minutes. So
I'm gonna give you something interesting. I'm gonna give you something interesting here.
I think Jeremy, get right to you. I think Philadelphia versus a banged up Nets team becomes a much more difficult proposition in Milwaukee. Jeremy, go ahead.
See, here's the beautiful thing about this. Jarrell, I'm gonna get to your comment in here in 1 second, brother. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the part that scares me the most. Is that me, Trav, and Les was digging into some Philly things with Embiid. And Jerm on some trash now. I have seen now why a healthy Nets team will and can beat Philadelphia. And it has more to do with Embiid being engaged than it does anything else. Trav can vouch for me, and Trav, you tell me if I'm lying. Have we not seen Joel Embiid in these pick and pop situations taking unwarranted jumpers when he can be sprinting to the basket?
He's doing too much pick and pop and bailing people out, shooting the basketball
So
instead of busting his tail to the basket.
And we've seen him have the lane wide open, and instead he pops. We're seeing things like this happen. Shouts out to Coach Les Stewart for allowing us in the lab with him. So if I'm seeing that, that's your big distinct advantage with him in the paint.
True.
If he's not in the paint, you're bailing out DeAndre Jordan. You're bailing out everybody who's guarding him. So it takes away his factor. That's saying you got to knock down. How many jumpers did we say in a series? 30, 35 jumpers in a series for a 7-footer who should be on the block? I'm being honest with you. That's a problem for me. And that could make the series a lot harder for Philadelphia than it needs to. And that's something that we're going to be looking into. But if Embiid cleans that up, that's going to be the key to them going anywhere.
He cleaned that up, man. That man get on some Elijah Wan.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something that I seen.
It's crazy. You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you something I seen interesting about that matchup, because they just played not too long ago, and he went at DeAndre Jordan. He went at him. The situation we seen in the lab, those was his pick and pop situations. But in most of his situations, he was on that block. He didn't care. Most of their stuff they're going to run from one of my favorite sets is from that double horn set.
Mm-hmm.
With Embiid and Ben up top, setting the screen away into one another to start it off. But when he got a hold to DeAndre Jordan, he deboed him plenty of times. Yeah. And they actually won that game too because of him bully ball.
Well, they actually won the game because go ahead.
I'm saying he don't move that well laterally either. You know what I'm saying? DeAndre Jordan, especially when he got to turn his hips. Cornerback is not his forte in that regard. So having to deal with, especially if Joe, and this is why, like Jeremy, you say he's settling for the jumpers. We really want him faced up and going to eat. Put that junk on the deck, man. Go get your money.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he be on his dream level. You know what I'm saying? But that one little adjustment could be the turn of that series. You're absolutely right.
And then another thing too, the AD-KD factor. We talking about the 7-footers that are the best players on your team that are in that weak side help defense area that can come over and pin Embiid. Those dudes matter. That's another thing defensively. That's a wrinkle that we haven't seen because Durant has been out both of those games. You see what I'm saying? Right. So Durant on that weak side coming over to help and being able to cover that corner in 2 steps, that's another part of this too. See, this is why I want to see the matchup, because I want to see what Doc does to combat some of those things, but I still want to see how the Nets to say that they want to defend it. Because now we got the bodies to throw. Now we got our weapons on the floor. How do we want to guard this? That's the key.
You're going to see some coaching.
I'm here for this.
You're going to see some coaching and some adjustments in there.
Yeah. Jerry, you're right about that. I think one of the things I think that happened with Joel under the previous coach was either he settled, not even settled, but they designed too many pick and pops for him, number one. Mm-hmm. And number two, it was very stationary. Like you knew where Joel was going to be. Now you maybe could stop him, but it became very predictable in Philly. And I think Doc has added some wrinkles and some things to kind of get Joel and Ben on the move, and it's made them look better as an offense. So I think that's, we always talk about the series, sign me up for it. I am very much in the corner of Philly, Brooklyn. And
Give me 7 games.
I think it'll be a really, really good series. Philly or Brooklyn always gonna be one of them series where it's like 4-1 Brooklyn, but you're like, damn, that was a good 4-1.
It'd be a good all 5 games.
All 5 games, good as a mom, man.
Damn, that was a good old 4-1.
Give me 7 games of that. I'll take 7 of that. I don't, but Big Shot, I agree with you though. Like I think we've covered that. Jarrell said, he said, yeah, KD been injury prone. I mean, foot injuries happen for bigger players sometimes. What you're doing is you comparing a lot of big players like Kevin Durant are not the guys that put the ball on the deck the way he has. So stepping on ankles while you're going to the rack, rolling ankles, that type of stuff is going to happen when you're a little bit more skilled than other cats who we are comparing them to. Yeah, I said that out loud too, and I just know all the smoke, not even the podcast.
And tell them we'll turn that back to the Lakers fan to meet them. I just had to let them know.
Oh,
Man,
yeah. And the Lakers,
man.
you saying the Lakers can beat them? Look, I just want to see it. I don't care who people say they're gonna win. I just want to see it.
The Lakers, speaking of health,
Oof.
Lakers need health as bad. They need help as bad as anybody.
Yeah.
Right now, because I will say this, and I talked about LeBron versus the field and everything like that, and I stick to it. If AD is not, it's 3/4, 2/3, what the usual is.
Not 3/4.
It's gonna be a tough ass to get out that West. Now we've seen LeBron do it with less, so it's we know this. But not having a completely healthy AD could make that journey difficult. We talk about the Nets journey being difficult. I think the Nets even banged up, the Nets can win 2 series, even if they banged up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the Lakers can win 2 series banged up.
It's too much. See, but this is that West conversation again, where we talk about the depth. We talk about a situation where you're gonna end up playing somebody like Denver as your first matchup. And that's a tough matchup, whoever playing, as long as they got Joker.
Denver is tough.
As long as they got Joker, cuz, you know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be. I'm gonna tell you like this about Denver, and y'all know I love Joker, but he's gonna definitely miss Jamal Murray.
Let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna send this scouting message to every NBA team that played Denver, and I make Jokic shoot the ball 30 times. It sounds like a dumb thing to say. That dude, I ain't letting that dude beat me passing that basketball. Absolutely not.
Big Shot. You know what game plan that's the same thing as? That's what they did to Steve Nash. They said, Steve Nash, I'm not letting you beat me with getting everybody involved. You're gonna have to score 50.
And Ham, you were his story. You know you could take us back and remember those games. I will take Jokic scoring 45 before I let him go 25, 10, and 15.
25, 10, and 15 hurt.
Because he getting everybody involved.
He getting everybody involved.
Everybody involved.
Hey,
then he'll be 8 of 9 with the 25. 8 or 9 from the field.
Brad, remember our Russell? We still got it's still in effect. The Russell Westbrook $500 fine for every 3.
Yeah.
It's a new fine. You know what the new fine is?
What's the new fine?
It's $1,000 every time you go help double team Joker.
You don't. You got to just let him go. Let him go.
Team. You can't.
You double. You dead.
I know that's an oxymoron to say about an MVP player. You can't double it. You cannot.
Because my boy just waiting over there. He waiting at 6'9". Shoot, he ready to shoot it. They talk about my guy Michael Porter Jr., man, but he letting that thing
You
ride. Man.
cannot. Jokic is too good with that playmaking. He's too good at it.
He's too good.
He got a little dream in him too, in that ability to completely take over the evening and do it multiple times. And like you were just saying, Big Shot, you rather for him to do it, try to go for 45.
If Jokic beat me, if we give up 50 to Jokic,
I'm
cool.
cool with that. Right.
Cool. But them 28, 16, and 13 like that? Oh, no.
That's actually troubling. You know what I'm saying? The more I think about it, it's like, because you really just look at how he really impacts everything when he going like that. Like trash at his touch.
Hey, y'all want to be funny? Y'all want to know something funny about this? I feel like Joker is at that point where he's figured the game out so well that I feel like he's at that matrix point where he's unplugged because he know he the one. So now he just going to finish the job and saying, you know what, look, I know they're gonna stop double teaming me at some point. So let me go ahead, get ready to cock this Daniel Boone. And let me go ahead, get ready to take 20 shots a game in these playoffs or some series. And then let me go ahead, get this little hook shot going on either hand.
And you know what?
Let me go ahead, get the work ready.
You know what's so cold about that Daniel Boone? He know how to put it back in safety so quick and put it on the deck.
But
to the next spot.
I love it.
It's not an easy thing to do because you're coached to double team the star. But he's different. He's so different and such a unique player. Let that man score 50. Let him have it.
Man.
With all that. No.
And you know what? His style of play, he can play in any era with his style of play.
It's crazy.
And a lot of people say his style of play back in the 90s would have been boring. Back in the early 2000s, it would have been boring.
It would have been boring, but it would have worked.
But it would have worked.
Hey,
Tim Duncan did the same exact thing.
I would say we spent 2 decades listening to how boring
Tim Duncan was doing the same, and he was doing it, and it was even more fun. It wasn't even fancy. Like Jokic passing the thing behind his neck, he passing it behind his ear, he passing it up on his armpit.
Timmy D was.
He got a little sauce.
Timmy D was novice basketball count level, but effective.
Tim Duncan will kill you. You know how you pop a tape and you want to learn how to play basketball?
Tim Duncan.
That was Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan was getting at a 45-degree angle, banking the shots. He was everything he did on the block.
Just like that, big
everything he did on the block, it was aimed at the circle.
Yep.
Everything he did was so fundamentally sound, and people was like, it's so boring. But his boring play leads him to the 2020 first ballot Hall of Fame with the best class ever to go into the Hall of Fame, in my opinion.
You ain't got to say in your opinion.
Go ahead, John.
So let me say this too. I love the dialogue here about Joker because, I mean, me and Ham been talking about Joker for about 4 years now. And when me and Ham first talked about it, I said, Ham, I don't know what it is about this dude.
He cheating.
But he crazy. I don't understand this guy. What is he doing? What he say? What is he saying to me? What language is he speaking to me? And he been cooking ever since. I don't care what nobody say. That's a cold dude. And in the 90s, it wouldn't have been a triple-double. Don't worry. It would have been some triple-double nights.
It would have had a quadruple-double.
Hey, no. In the 90s, though, Trav, it would have still been 25, 16. It would have just been 7 or 8 assists. Because they wouldn't have got the possession.
Because he would. That's the only reason he wouldn't have got the assist because
of possessions.
Because of possession. But
that's it.
In this league,
Dude working, man. I've been a fan of Jokic.
Yeah.
Y'all know I've been hollering, I've been screaming this guy's name.
It
And
was two.
dude just putting in work.
It was those two instances where I knew he was a problem. That perfect triple double,
Yep.
That was
and
wild.
then
Who
and then
does
even
that?
before that, the season before that, I seen this dude. He's 7 feet. He 300 pounds. He pushing the rock up the floor, and he stops and pops on a
Three.
dime. The ball didn't touch nothing but bottom.
Rock bottom.
I'm like, man, it was really one of those things that just like delightful disgust. Like, man, get this shit off my TV, man. Who's
He's
going there for 300?
he's now if Harden like this, if they go ahead and don't give it to Harden for MVP, Jokic is the only other.
He gotta be. He gotta
He the
be.
only other choice.
If not MB.
And to me, that would be dope. You talk about the first, second round pick to win the MVP in 50 years.
Oh wow.
That's
Yep,
incredible.
because you know the last person, Ham, you know the last person to do that?
I know
How
him.
long is that? 50 years?
50 years. Come on, we gonna put the stump the Schwab. Stump the Schwab.
He
Oh,
did.
that's 50 years ago.
50 years ago.
Cap won in 71, so that wasn't
Second
fair.
round pick.
That was saying we know Cap won the second round
We were
pick.
damn sure he wasn't no second round pick.
No, hell no.
You want me to tell you, Ham?
Hey, you got me on this one. Yeah, go ahead.
Willis Reed.
He was
Oh.
a second round pick.
Willis Reed.
was second round pick.
Oh.
That because the first round and had number 12 teams. That's why, bro. Yeah.
That's probably true.
Willis limped to the MVP and won the championship.
Yeah, so it would be that would
That was nice trivia right there, though, fellas.
Yeah, it
I like
was.
you know, we I think we looked that up last Friday. We was like,
Yeah, it was Big Shot's question, and I was like, Big Shot, let's figure that out because we got to see that. And he was like, see, Big Shot trivia. And I was like,
Yeah.
yep, take it. And then
Yeah.
you wasn't able to jump on for the Friday fun. So we
Right.
saved it for Monday. There we go.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Willis Reed, 1970. He was a second round pick, like in 60 something. Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Let me look at this for context real quick.
Yeah, look at
So-
that.
Hey man, that's
I just want to
incredible.
see how many. I just want to see how many first round draft picks there was in 1971.
Yeah, it's no,
that's
it's,
it.
yeah, look it up. Willis
Look
Reed.
at, we get a goat. We got the goat on tonight.
I hate showing up late to these, man. But
Hey, you know, you
we
doing
cooking.
that good work in the community, brother. It's
bro, duty be calling, man. I'm gonna tell you, man. AAU is getting realer and realer, man. We got people getting stolen by refs. Like,
That was crazy.
I seen that.
I mean, I got the program director's number in my phone, man. She's good people. So it must have been some cheating going on for her to just say, all right, we leave.
I walks off.
He
It was
wanted to
cheating.
know.
And Indiana, y'all look, I know they tell you all the time about refs not caring about the outcome. Hey, that's BS in Indiana. They care about the outcome.
Yeah.
You ain't, especially us region boys, we go down south. Just expect this is about to be a game of 21.
So MJ, we've been talking, man. We've been just
He
talking.
shall
So
know.
I'm glad you could join us. So
Can I take the floor for 1 second, Big Shot?
go ahead, you got it.
Because we was about to transition real quick. Anyway,
Go
there's
ahead.
some ignorant things on television happening as we are taping.
What happened?
First of all, Steph Curry got 28 points, and it's 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, and he got 28 points
Oh,
on
man.
19 shots. That's the first thing. Then on the other end, we got more ignorance. Joel Embiid almost got a triple-double. He got 22, 10, and 6, and we still got a whole nother quarter to play. We got ignorance going on all over the television
So
screen.
let's go right there, man. I said it in 94 feet away about a week ago. I think I said it on here too. I said it in the group. Y'all know my rule on the MVP vote. I know how I feel about top four. Top four higher. Lord have mercy. That old dog in Oakland.
He's special, man.
The most,
special.
he is the greatest 6'3" and under offensive player I have ever seen.
And it's really not even close.
You can have Iverson. You can have Pistol
Oh.
Pete. You can have both of them dudes. 6'3" and under, there has never been a better offensive player to ever grace a basketball court than Wardell Stephen Curry.
The boy called the government.
Full name.
That is, it's incredible. Forget the depth of the shot. It's getting it off the dribble. It's getting it off a screen. Deep in the corner. Extended elbow.
Even left-handed
He's
three.
still finishing the paint at 33. And he got a squad that has no, even in a playing situation,
No business.
they ain't got no business being even in the playing. You got Draymond averaging -6 a game. You know what I mean?
Yo,
These folks got Kent Bazemore, Damian Lee, and Gary Payton's son out there in crunch time minutes.
And Gary Payton's on a 10-day.
He on a 10-day.
And
He took old boy from
Shout
Arizona
out to
spot.
Gary Payton's son, no disrespect, but come on, man, that's what you finishing games with, and they gonna make it. They gonna make the play with that. Listen, Steph, if they make the play and Steph win the MVP, I won't even be upset. I really won't.
Hey man, Stephen Curry hit a shot, man. Again, he had a 3-point play, man. It was a 3-point play. He was behind the 3-point line. He barely stepped on it. He shot that time left-handed, and it hit rock
The
bottom.
one, the left hand, the hook.
Yeah, and he got fouled. And I'm like,
you know
he couldn't miss.
listen, that's the stuff there that's ignorant. But the part to me that's ignorant is, are you seeing some of the relocation shots and the how look? It's the way that he always squared to the damn basket, and it's
That's Steph. That's Steph.
I'm looking like-
Steph is the king
you
of
going already?
relocation.
Steph, you all right? You going already?
He's the king
Steph,
of
come back.
relocation.
He's got, and MJ can speak to this, kind of, because MJ does training. His footwork is so good. He don't even need to look at the line to know where he's at on the floor.
No.
He know exactly where the line is.
They know it.
He know where his feet's supposed to be. And MJ, jump in on this. He know where his feet's supposed to be. He know where the line is at. He knows exactly the distance you're playing him with, whether you arm's length or whether you. He is. We talk about Kyrie being a savant offensively, and that's well deserved.
Yeah.
Steph is an absolute genius on that as a scorer, an absolute genius.
I mean, that's what happens when you play in college and you've seen every defense known to man before you even get pro. Like he took the ball out of bounds in college and they was double teaming. I ain't never seen no shit like that.
I remember that. That was dumb. That was ridiculous.
I mean, he didn't score that game. He had 0, so they accomplished it. They lost by 20, but he didn't score. So I guess if the dude put a bet up on FanDuel back then, I guess he hit a lick. If the coach did that on Rose type joint. But that's the only time I've ever seen him not score. You got to double him out of bounds. You got to double him in the locker room. Like, they need to have 2 people in Golden State's locker room guarding him when they get dressed. 2. And then he going to pass and relocate.
Yep.
So it's like, I mean, this is just what happens when you unplug yourself out the matrix, when you just unlock yourself and you get into a type of focus and a type of repetition in a zone in which there's literally nothing on anybody on this planet can do other than something that you probably will go to jail for.
It's incredible.
And he still might hit.
And this is 33. This is not Kobe and MJ 6'6", 6'7", by 210. Size advantage. 6'3", less than 200. 33 years old. And he's
Like,
go ahead.
like, and like Too Short said, man, that man be out there looking like straight up an 11th grader. You know what I'm saying? But what can you do about it? You got to be in shape to deal with dude, man. To really like chase the dude, just for the relocation part alone. You got to really be in shape with dude, because dude stop, start, don't stop moving. He straight up on some Kevin Gates. He don't get tired.
It's like it's Reggie Miller-ish, but with a dirty handle.
He's Reggie with Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, with who else? Richard Hamilton, with
the running and relocating.
Yeah.
With a Rod Strickland handle.
Yeah, I'm saying then if you manage to actually get in front of him, then he gonna break you down, off the handle. Then he can get any shot he want from out of there. He can pull back, peel you from like 28 feet, or he can get to the cup, roll it from either hand. They ain't gonna call foul. He don't get no foul calls.
No,
So since I'm in trainer mode, I got to speak in trainer mode. So pretty much what makes Steph so nasty is he makes you go into the uncomfort zone on defense.
Yeah.
There's 3 ways you teach defense: half arm distance, 1 arm distance, 2 arm distance. 2 arm distance is for guys like Rondo who just get wherever he want, whenever he want, and then he'll still hit the shot, and then you got to think about it. 1 arm distance, you're assuming the guy has the same type of speed, he has the same type of athletic ability. You just want to stay in front and be able to get that hand up before he get his hand up. You have the half arm distance for the shooters, in which they're savvy enough to be able to do something quick, and now that they got that extra step back in which you can go ahead and take another step, that just made it really unfair. So he has that going, but he makes you have to take away all of his airspace, and now you at his mercy with his hand. There's nothing you can do if he's that close, because now he gets to go in his bag. So everything he does, you have to honor it. If he does like this, you have to honor it, because that might just go up and hit.
MJ, you and I talked about this back way before 94 in the office. We said, how do you guard somebody when you have to honor
everything?
You don't know which one of these dribbles is going to be the shot.
It just go, yep, and it's gone. It go, hit, back. And then if you lucky enough to just guess right and you stop for that one play he tried to go in his bag, you stay in front of him. He passed it and relocate and get open again. And we got to do this whole thing all over again. It's extremely frustrating.
Dude, I seen him do Peyton Pritchard so bad.
Poor Peyton.
Like he dribble, snatch back with a step back. He separated from him at least 3 feet away from him. He was 3 feet away. A snatch back with a step back. Everything was clean. It was clean. Like, you know how stuff they put on there, oh, did he trap? No, everything was clean.
And you know what that
and
remind
the
me
separation was, oh God.
And you know what that remind me of? Remind me of when Gil Arenas was breaking down Harden, and he was speaking on how they don't call it, like, not saying that Steph is traveling, but they're not calling travel on Harden when he does his step back and the snatch, he pull it back and he shuffle his feet the way that he do. They're not calling that travel on him because he's going away from the basket.
Mm-hmm.
Steph in you with that clean.
It's
and
clean.
Like said, you don't know when the shot gonna go. And he ain't got no real rhythm and cadence as far as when he finna let that thing ride.
And I got to give this generation credit for being able to take a rule as simple as you only get 2 steps and manipulate it the way they have manipulated it.
Oh.
Because technically speaking, as long as his hand don't touch, a step don't count.
Step don't count. That's what I've been telling cats.
Technically, so all of y'all who keep giving me these videos asking me travel or not, I'm gonna tell you the same answer. Until we see this, the count don't start. I'm sorry.
You know what's funny?
You can have the
funny
ball
about
like this and do the road running. And then pick it up. Now you got one too. I'm sorry. That's the rule.
And you know what?
You know what's funny about them traveling now videos? Somebody put one in the group about Kyrie the other day.
I seen that.
It looked obvious when it's in slow motion.
Yeah, you ain't catching that
In
real
regular speed,
You ain't catching.
You're not catching that in
the
real time.
footwork is so clean,
Right.
and Kyrie's balance is incredible. Like Steph, you ain't gonna catch that in regular speed. You are not gonna catch it. You are not catching it.
And not get it twisted either. Like, don't act like my people in my generation or the 2000s or all of y'all who like, is completely done with this league. Don't act like Reggie Miller didn't catch that ball off that screen and do this.
He was. Now you want to talk.
Chill out.
You want to talk.
Chill out. Don't act like Ewan. We called Ewan luggage. Ewan McMillan luggage. He go around that middle, and John Thompson taught them how to travel. Every big in Georgetown is the same travel. For 17 seasons.
And that's the evolution. The footwork is clean. The footwork is clean.
Stop it.
Hey,
I've seen guys in the post, they will get the ball and literally just be walking up.
Walking.
Like taking steps up, little small steps. You took 8 steps.
Man.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
hey, man. This
I'm
dude
sorry.
here, man.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to explain to him the rules of the gather dribble. It's called a gather dribble for a reason.
Hey,
as long as I don't touch this hand, I haven't gathered yet.
Right. And these dudes know and MJ, to your point, these dudes, the great offensive players, they know the rules.
They should have been lawyers. I wish I was that smart.
Incredible.
That's some lawyer stuff. That's some defense attorney stuff right there.
F. Lee Bailey on them folks, boy. Johnny
Hey, just mercy on it.
That man said just mercy.
Oh God.
So before we wrap up, fellas, man, we gotta say we got 27 days left. Anything we always try to give the people something to look for before the next time we on. So Jeremy, start with you. Something we need to watch. Something to watch. Because I know we talked about the dog days, and this part of the season is kind of dragging a little bit for us. Something to kind of keep folks engaged as we get to the playoff.
Well, let's look at the health of the finals matchup that everybody wants, which is the Lakers and the Nets. Both of them need to get healthy. Let's just look at how both of these teams coast and try to get through the rest of the season. That's the biggest storyline for the most part, because I really don't think that a lot of people feel like, whether it be whatever side you on, I think people don't feel like the rest of the league really have a shot. So,
something to watch the last 27 days of the season.
Next gen Grizz, baby. What you mean? You know what I'm saying? We in this piece, man. You know, we ain't necessarily trying to get in the play-in spot. We trying to get in the playoffs.
Let's real quick. We're gonna give you a little time on it, because I feel like sometimes we get stuck on the same squads a little bit, so we try to spread out. Talk to us about the next gen Grizz. I feel like they are like, I haven't seen as much of them as you could talk to about it. They are like the mid-major. Them folks play they play extra hard, 10th seed, East Regional. You know what I'm saying? Right. Talk to us a little bit about the next gen.
That's it, 10th seed, East Regional.
Hey, they about as Southern as they come. They even got a white man culture with the last name Jenkins. If that ain't some Southern shit, What is? I ain't never seen no white man named Jenkins. I knew they existed because that ain't my last name for real. It is, but it ain't. But I ain't never seen one. The fact that one exists right now, he one of them Jenkins boys.
The fun part about them, man, is that they ride for each other. They like playing together, and it shows. We look at it, outside perception, even some in town. You know who your superstar is. You know Ja's the guy. But Ja don't have to post big numbers every night in order for them to play well and get it done. Jonas done put down like a mean double streak as of late.
Yeah.
Valanciunas been putting in major work. He been 20 and 15 and 2017, them type of numbers. And he eating up whoever they throw at him. The best part about them is that they're young.
Yeah.
They're young, they playing with that high energy like that they're playing with. It's like they're playing with a cornerback's memory. Even when they have rough nights, shake that off. Just like last week, Grayson stepped to the line, he 90 plus. Stepped to the line, missed two. Luca hit something that only Luca would fucking hit.
Only Luca can hit.
Right, so it's just one of those deals, but bounce right back the next night, get the W. Go out on the road, get two more W's. So it's like, okay, they still ahead of schedule as far as I'm concerned.
I think they are too.
Yeah, they still ahead of
too.
schedule. And we hadn't seen Jaren since the bubble, still moving and grooving. Justice came back, but then he made a nice splash, but then he kind of fell back a little bit more. Still trying to get everything up underneath him. It's been a while. For him too. So
top 5 in the league in WTF HGDs. He about top 5. I made that stat up because he only
that's what the squad. That's the heart of the squad though.
7.5 WTF HGDs.
Who is that?
7.5.
Who is that?
Ja Morant. He top 5 and he averaged 7.5 WTF HTDs.
Yeah.
Y'all know what it is. I don't got to say it on camera. Y'all know exactly what that is.
He is.
Every game, this dude give me one. Like, he's worth the price of admission on that, man. Like, 8 of his 16 points or 2 of his assists, it's just going to be something that you just like.
He got so much. Yeah, I know who he remind me of Steve Francis in that way that Q Richardson described him, that he might not have but about 16 or 17, but it's going to be the most exciting 16, 17 points you're going to see on the highlight reel for the evening. But that's dope. That's real.
When he take off, it's a combination of, don't do that job. But those things.
Right. But that's a fun group, man. I hope they finish strong. Just keep playing well. So
Trav, last 27 days in the regular season. What we got left? What are we looking at?
Just watch how hard these 7 through 10 seeds play. This is gonna be like the crabs in the bucket type deal, trying to climb to the top. You finna see some hard playing basketball from these 7 through 10 seeds. I hate the rule. The first 8 should be that and that's that. But being that we are behind schedule, you gotta make up for the money. You gotta make up for the time. NBA ain't that stupid. They crazy, but they ain't stupid.
NBA said we need more people. We need more people.
We need more film. We need more viewers. We need more money.
Right. They know.
At the end of the day, watch how these folks act donkey from 7 through 10 on both sides.
Can I ask y'all a question real quick before we go?
Go ahead.
Here's a rapid fire question. Does it matter if you 7, 8, 9, or 10?
Yes.
Somebody would need to refresh me on how the how it's structured. I'm gonna say it does matter.
It matters.
9 and 10, basically 9 and 10 got to beat 7 and 8 twice.
Correct.
And 7 and 8 just got to win one and you out of there.
Correct.
So does the
That's-
9-10 winner play 8 or
I thought 7-10 played each other, 8-9 played each other, and the winners play. I don't know, man.
I mean, yeah,
You got to win too.
we need a
I'm
refresher on
assuming-
that in a couple weeks.
we gonna check it, but if my brain is working correctly, it has type of an NFL wildcard feel to it. Because when you get that first seed, you got that first seed to have the advantage of playing the worst team that's in the playoffs.
Gotcha.
So let's say that 10th seed does win against the 7th. I would assume, logically speaking, that team will automatically play the number 1 seed no matter what the hell happens.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
We'll see though. We'll look
It's
it up.
matter. It really matters, especially after what Memphis and Phoenix done last year. Memphis by starting 0-6 in the bubble, and Phoenix going 0-8. I mean 8-0, 8-1 in the bubble.
No,
Well, they
didn't
went
lose.
like they didn't lose. It was 9-0. It's like 9-0, 9-0. They had a shot. Memphis just won in one extra game that to sit them in that playoff against Portland. That's why this is it's important.
I ain't gonna lie.
Important.
I will watch the play-in, but it ain't a bad food night.
It's
I'm
not.
not gonna risk my diet for it.
Nah,
I'll get salmon and asparagus and
no.
and a gallon of water.
You eat light. You eat light.
You eat what you supposed. You eat what you
Yeah,
supposed
I'm
to.
doing what I'm
Yes.
supposed to.
You eat what you're
And
supposed to eat.
I might turn the channels and go to HBO Max because it's on my AT&T now. Probably check out some Curb Your Enthusiasm in the process of it. So I ain't gonna watch the whole. I'm gonna check out.
Hey, I know my boy Germ. He like that. He like that hibachi grill. Germ, no, that's not a hibachi grill night.
No.
I ain't doing
It
that.
ain't a hibachi grill night.
No, it ain't Germ special nachos.
No, don't waste your good nachos on the plane.
No.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, we ain't doing that. So Nick said that the 7 and 8 play each other and 9 and 10. Nick, we're gonna check and see what happens.
Yeah, Nick, you might have to give us the. Hey Nick, I know you in 94 Field Life, bro. Why don't you put that whole scenario in the group for us, just so we can see what it looks like.
Please.
I'm sure looking for it right now. I don't
With the
find
whole-
no description.
On the
Dude.
low, Nick is 94 feet of life family. He don't know it yet.
Hey, Nick is low key. The Reese is he put
He like underdog for us on TNT.
Yeah, Nick is
Smarter
the guy.
and more swag.
Absolutely. Nick, put that in the group for us, Nick. Do
We
it.
appreciate it, man.
We appreciate it. Cause I'm definitely lost on that whole thing. I read twice and I still didn't. I ain't really get it. I was like, what's going on here? I'm gonna tell you what I'm looking for.
What's that ending they have in the All-Star games down there? They got that ending in it too. They might as well just go wild with this shit. Why not?
You talking about the Elam ended?
Elam ended. Elam ended.
Elam ended in the
And
playoffs.
somebody get a half court shot.
Nah, they been not.
Let's just really make a circus of this shit.
Boy, they better not do that. They better not do that. Boy,
I'm gonna tell you what I'm looking at. And Jerm, I think if you could hit them standings for us, brother, the East
I
standings.
got you.
Yes, East is weaker. We all know that. But I'm gonna give it up to Atlanta, Charlotte, and the Knicks.
gotta give it up to the Knicks, though.
You know what?
Gotta give it up to them.
The credit
Love their defense tips.
where the credit is due. The fact that those three teams, as bad as they've been, could make the real playoffs, not the play-in part,
They don't have to
legitimate,
get in there.
actual playoffs. I gotta salute Tibbs, Nate McMillan. I can't. It's the Charlotte coach's name. Is it Clifford?
No.
No, Clifford in Orlando.
Who's Charlotte's coach?
I can't remember dude's name.
That's
Young
good.
guy, he a young guy, something like that. Something
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
his face. is-
Borrego. James Borrego.
Borregos. Okay.
I couldn't remember his name, but you know, how you see somebody's face, you can't never remember their name. Yeah.
To make the
I've been
to
watching
make,
Charlotte enough for me to have to know his name at this point. He deserves it.
to make the legitimate playoffs, with 3 really young teams is a really it's a East or not. That's a really big accomplishment if that happens.
Name them teams one more time, Big Snoop.
Atlanta, Charlotte, New York.
And
So for
Atlanta, Atlanta is 4, Charlotte is 8, and New York is 6.
And the funny thing is, they do it by just following the 3 ingredients of the NBA: defend, rebound, share the ball. Like, this is not hard, but it is hard because you got dudes getting $200 million shoe deals.
The Knicks, I watched a little bit of the Knicks. The Knicks is completely 1995.
dude,
I mean, they got Tibbs as a coach. Tibbs don't know anything.
you know what?
But defense.
They don't.
Like,
They
You know
don't.
what?
They don't shoot it great.
They don't shoot it good at all.
But they play really good defense.
Big Blue Nation, Julius Randle gonna go at you. He's like a modern day Anthony Mason type. He's gonna. Him and Zion was going at each other. It was like 2 bulls.
Like 2
two
bulls.
left-handed bulls too. That makes it.
Yes, just
Every
smacking
day,
each other,
You got to
smacking
watch
each other in the
camera
face.
first to make it make sense.
Yes, they were smacking each other in the mouth all game long. Like, man, that was like Larry Johnson and Anthony Mason going at each other.
Yeah.
So shout out to the Knicks, man. The Knicks gonna get. We're gonna get playoff basketball in the MSG.
For us to do a 30 for 30.
I
And
need
got-
to fix
I
Bill.
got fresh memes.
Hey, the Knicks. Hey, check this out. Have the Knicks made the playoffs since '94 has been in existence?
2000. No,
Yeah.
yes, they have with Melo them.
team.
2000 and it was Melo, Stoudemire.
Are
Yeah,
you sure?
No,
They
they
did.
haven't.
It was
I thought they did.
2012, right?
Last time the Knicks was in the playoffs, Kevin Durant was MVP in Oklahoma City.
We've been in existence since March of 20.
No, that wasn't even it. That wasn't even it. Last time the Knicks made the playoffs, LeBron was in Miami.
I knew that, but did we exist then?
We didn't exist
No.
then. We weren't.
Oh, well, no.
That was 13. That was 2013.
You know, we were still pulling that mind. Let me just shut up.
That's
I stopped.
Huh? Huh? All right. That's it. That's it.
Shut up.
I didn't even go to acknowledge it.
I shut
All right,
up.
man.
I just
All right,
finished.
man.
The
No,
fact that
see,
y'all
all
know what
right.
I was about to say,
Time to go. It's time to go. Nope.
Shout out to
There you
the
go.
Hawks. Hawks with a really young squad have righted that ship after Lloyd Pierce got fired. They've righted it in the playoff mix. We talked about Charlotte losing LaMelo, which was a big injury to have. Lose your best player, you still there. So for those 3 young teams, man, to make the playoffs, I gotta salute that. I gotta salute that for sure. It's hard winning with these young squads.
Hey, and shout out to the Bulls for pulling a Chicago Bears and taking advantage of the system in an extra spot. Shout out to y'all. So all of y'all made the playoffs. Congratulations. I don't care if it was on the discrepancy. Y'all made the damn playoffs. Salute. Oh, 10th place asses. Yeah, no, go ahead.
Oh, currently they're not
I'm
in
about
10th
to pull
place.
my Bulls jacket, man. We repping. I'll be back.
What'd you say, John?
About to pull
They're
my
in 10th place currently.
They at 11.
Toronto is currently in 10th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hey, and the Knicks made the playoffs 2012, 2013.
We won the line. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, we wasn't around.
We went around. We was not around. So
Hey, listen, that is
Chicago, that
Hey,
game back
look.
though.
that's how long we've been around. First of all, shout out to that Reggie Theus jacket you got on.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to the Orlando Warriors special.
Hey, shout out to my background matching me.
Shout out to your
Real
background.
drip.
Real drip.
The fact that Reggie Theus even got mentioned, just shout out to the other one.
ain't
Hey,
time.
let me tell you something. That's the new measurement of your slaughter. If you have not made the playoffs since '94 has been in existence, you slaughter.
That's fair.
That's the new measurement of slaughter.
You're JJ's fish slaw. They don't even give you the full as a side. They give you a sauce cup full of their slaw because they know it's trash.
There has
You
been
that's right.
6 whole seasons of 94 feet of life. You ain't made it.
In Sacramento, y'all almost in double debt.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Sacramento is the star that you put on the national.
Actually, y'all have doubled it.
Sacramento, man, they've been
Now,
bad for.
Sacramento got races in their slaw now. Sacramento is the white people slaw.
Hey, have
No.
they've not made the playoffs since Ron Artest them.
Right. Oh
Yeah.
06.
Artest and
Ron-
Bonds
and
as well.
Oh,
Artest and Bonds as well.
And the Suns hadn't made the playoffs since Amari left.
well, they about to change that now because Cliff
Oh.
CP3 got these boys at the first seed. CP3, that old dog, boy. These old dogs, man.
You know what? Go ahead and give him MVP. Since y'all gave Nash the MVP for the whack ass numbers, give Chris Paul the MVP.
you want me to be mad?
Hey, I saw a cold stat on him though last week. I think it was for his last 3 games, 3 or 4.
He had like
40
one turnover
40 assists, 1 turnover.
and one turnover.
That's
sick.
That's a point guard. That's a point guard. Hey, that man, yeah, salute to Chris. Like I said, I'm not for it or against it, but I'm like, at this point, who's gonna get it? They number one team. If y'all want to talk about best player, best team, Devin Booker up there too.
D
Maybe
Booker,
they can
man.
share.
D Booker had a really.
Y'all ain't gonna give it to Devin Booker though, because y'all just not gonna do it. Y'all don't like the Kardashians.
They actually called a foul for Steph.
They got no choice. That shoot the left hand hook shots, 3-point line.
Going to the hole, they fouled the call. Then it had to be Danny Green to be the one to foul.
Of course, it's Danny Green.
Of course, it's Danny Green.
Of course, it's Danny Green.
Hey, come on, now Zach Levine hurt too, so it's like.
Right. But box fade Steph though. Box fade Steph was a whole nother level, man.
No. Tell you who was real. Unshaven Steph. When he just for.
Hey, MJ, when he had his beard growing out and it was curling up at the chin, he was like,
boy, he had a Dub C beard at the end.
That man had the Dub C in the
the beard don't grow this way no more, just grows this way.
It goes straight out horizontally. Yeah, you was trouble there, boy. Hey,
and it was red.
Hey, we gonna wrap up in a few minutes. We'll give y'all a little extra tonight. We just out here just.
Shout out to the dude that was on Twitter last week that came with the Ramadan Kyrie that says Kyrie was out there scoring like 40 on an empty stomach.
Bruh.
He ain't right.
Hey, I wanted to give him a pack of unleavened bread.
Dude, speaking of Steph, though, Steph done broken another record. Curry breaks Kobe Bryant record for consecutive 30-point games
30.
by age 33 or older.
Oh, I'm telling you, the greatest
it's skill. It's straight skill. He knows who he is, good, bad, and ugly. You're not gonna make him do something he don't want to do, and you're at his mercy. You just gotta hope he missed, which he kind of ain't.
Exactly.
Which
he ain't. He kind of ain't.
Steph ain't never got to worry about turning heel, man. He's like the Ricky Steamboat of all the superstars. He's just always the good guy.
Just a good guy.
Right. You know what I'm saying? He never got to worry. If Steph turned heel, then it's probably the Antichrist.
Oh, if he does it, and he get flagrant with these folks, and he put up the points.
I think the mouthpiece throw was about as heelish as we was going to get.
Which that ref deserved that shit, too.
Yeah, because that wasn't no foul. I'm sorry. It just wasn't. But that was 5 years ago. Mistake.
On his end. Yeah, we know what that was. But yeah, we already talked about what Steph is, so I ain't gonna go all the off the court stuff, man. But just for those of y'all who appreciate greatness, man, just enjoy this greatness, man.
Enjoy it, man. I think the thing that I've learned is going back to the pandemic. Touch on that is, man, this time goes by so quick. It goes by quick. Like Steph Curry is 33 years old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 33 years old. We don't have too many more years left of Steph.
We don't.
We don't.
Another three just knocked down.
See?
Breaking news.
Another 3.
He got that. That's 40. He got 40 now. So.
Hey, I ain't saying his age no more. I'm just gonna say how many threes we got left of him. We got about 6,000 more threes left of Steph. Y'all enjoy it.
Wow.
It's
About 6,240.
That'd be a nice count. We see from now to when he retires. How many more threes?
How many more threes
will
he
he
got?
make?
He probably got about 1,000. But
I say
Guys better learn how to either set a hell of a pick or shoot a hell of a jumper. Because you gonna be the reason whether or not he shoot more threes or not.
He in season 12 now, right?
I think it's 11, 12. Yeah.
12.
Okay.
This is 12, yeah.
Okay, we get funky with this real quick for him.
I think Steph got at least 2 more years of being this.
I told you 6,233 more threes. He gonna hit 4,000 of these next 2 years. And then he gonna play 4 more years in which he a shell of himself, and he only gonna hit 1,000.
I'm gonna tell y'all something real good. They lucky number 11 is not out there, man. You're lucky Klay Thompson is not out there.
Check this.
Play there 4th seed.
I think I was talking to Jerm last night. I think it was last night. I said they was like Denver and Golden State. If you was to rate them like on a 2K type of deal, they both like 78 right now. Dallas. I said Dallas. You rate them right now, it's like a 70. Like this Golden State team right now. You put Klay Thompson there, they immediately jump to like 87, 88.
Because you got 2 of them.
Klay.
This man has made 73.
He's just gonna triple.
This man has made 73s in his last 10 games.
How many?
70.
70.
His first 6 seasons, 1191 total from 3.
That man had made 7 threes a game for 2 weeks.
Right.
People do not understand. Steph is a shooting son of a gun, as we see. But and again, enjoy Steph while he's doing this.
He's 9 of 16 right now from 3. If he hits another 3, it's going to be 21 games.
Enjoy this
of
man
him having 10 or more
doing this work. But I'll be doggone. I can watch number 11 play basketball every day of my life.
His first 6 seasons, 1,191 threes, right?
Yeah.
His last 6, and this is including the 5 games that he played last year, 15, 54, and that's
Come
not
on, man.
And that's not including what he made tonight.
Has he passed Reggie Miller yet?
15, 54.
Yeah, he passed Reggie. Or that's Ray Allen. I know he passed Ray Allen.
Or is it Ray Allen?
Will come out of retirement fucking round.
Hey, Ray Allen.
Skinny Ray. Skinny Walt. Skinny Walt gotta get that back, man. Skinny Walt gotta get that back.
You come back if you want to. You too late, brother.
Too late, Walt.
Hey, Skinny Walt right now is shooting 2,000 threes for no reason a day.
Yeah,
that's just what he do now.
That's his getting in shape regimen right there.
Right, that's his cardio.
That's a cardio.
That's that man's cappuccino. You know how some people got to have certain things for breakfast. He got to hit 2,000 shots.
You got to hit 2,000 shots before you get his day moved. But yeah, this is incredible, man. He's just
enjoy this, people. Enjoy it.
I got to be real. Since AAU season started, because like I told y'all, this is my season. I can't watch NBA basketball right now. I can't, because I'm going to be watching that and expecting that out of these 16-year-old young, full-of-cum kids. And I'm going to be. It's unfair.
Man, don't set the bar too high.
It's unfair. That's why I don't watch it. I can't watch it right now. I'm in straight teach mode. Like, yo, you see what Steph do? You can't do that yet. maybe 30,000 more shots in 2-4 years. Maybe. Right now, no. Get your ass on there and shoot.
They need more than 10,000 hours, man.
They need 100,000 hours for that.
To get that type of package Steph got, you got to put in work.
And you really need the DNA too.
And this is a very gutsy win. These folks look like they better pull out right here in Philadelphia.
They about to win. I don't even got the game on.
They about to. They up 9 with almost a minute and a half.
That's a good win. That's a good win.
That's a hell of a one. In a 72 game season, you don't ever have like, ooh, that's a big win.
That's a big win.
That actually is a big
in that ninth spot too. Yes.
I mean,
granted, this is still an association. It ain't over.
I mean,
that's true.
They got the perfect coach, man. Like
now they just cut it to 6.
Oh my God!
Shake Milton.
Hey, John, talk to us, man. I know you over there behind the camera. Not behind the camera. You over there on the control pad. We kind of ride out this lab. We gonna go till 9:30. Get these folks 2 solid hours. They'll never say 94 feet a night. Ain't gave you nothing.
We didn't gave y'all something.
We didn't give
you. The only thing we doing is we just keeping up with the score. Like I said, man, the man got 43 points, man, on 27 shots.
Yeah, 43.
43.
How many three? What is it?
9 threes total.
9 for what? 12.
9 for 16.
9 16.
You know what's funny about him, man? If he was a real jerk for the previous years, he could be like up there in that top 10 all-time points list if he was like a real jerk.
Yeah, he can. But the injuries, the ankles.
If he really was like, I'm gonna shoot this thing 30 times a night.
Think about how many fourth quarters he didn't play over this 6.
Right, them first couple years, as Trav talked about, the ankle injury, the fourth quarters he sat.
And he averaged 33 minutes a game in his career, and he wasn't even exclusively playing the pick and roll. And people don't understand that the pick and roll in the NBA is like the spread offense in the NFL.
Yeah.
It's a cheat code for stats. Because guess what? You have the ball in your hands. Either you're going to be open for a shot or somebody else going to be open for an assist. Yeah, bring him on in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bring him on in for a tape. Bring him on. Nick, hold on real quick. Oh, also, MJ, is something that you've mentioned before. When they brought Durant in, those 3 years, he essentially gave up ever winning MVP again. When they brought Durant, like he sacrificed his own stuff.
1 or 2 more
to have Durant to win a chip. If he was a different type of dude, or Durant just doesn't join the period, there's at least 1 more MVP trophy in there.
He still would get buckets then, though.
He was still getting buckets.
Nick, check your DM, bro.
Yes, sir.
Nick, we're gonna do something special, man. Let one of the friends of a new friend of the program join in for this last 20 minutes. But man, it's just an incredible offensive player, man.
The stretch is unprecedented if you look at the way he's doing it. And speaking like him, and from a historical context, we talk about knocking down jumpers. We talk about doing everything known to man that you possibly can do. I put it in his DM because for some reason in the chat it ain't working.
Okay,
but,
that's cool. So Nick, check your DM, Nick.
I put it off in the thing. I got it pinned. Also,
he made another 3, so that's 10.
It is.
So there you go. So I just want y'all to know, man, 10 to 17 from 3. What did Tyrese say? What more do you want from me? And it's out here doing, this is unprecedented, man.
Dude.
We've
shoot,
never seen anybody be able to shoot the ball like this.
shoot one more though. No, Joel
No,
gonna
no,
come
no.
down.
He need two. He need two to break the record.
I ain't
The
worried
night
about break.
the night he was
I ain't
gonna
worried
break the
about
record.
breaking records. Let him get 50. I'm just saying, man,
And
that's
he
40.
on and he on a consecutive streak of hitting double digits in
Hold on, so
threes
Golden State,
too.
Huh?
Golden State Philly playing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so he's doing that to his brother.
Yes. Oh, he got first degree on him in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's backyard. That's backyard.
Yeah. And then he counted them down.
You
1,
know,
2, 3.
you know who real sick of dude right back now though? It's
Who it is?
Doc Rivers.
Doc. he been a thorn in Doc's side.
Yeah, and then that Doc part of the family. So like, no.
Hey man, this game is low key like a family reunion. You got
That's
Steph,
Yeah.
you got Steph, Seth, Doc is their in-law,
Right.
Damian Lee is their in-law. Damian Lee is
Correct.
married to
Hey, we need Paul George up there to try to ask for a plate.
Man, leave Paul George where yet.
And
Leave
then
where
you,
Get
yet,
a
man.
plate.
They gonna
and
jump
then you
there,
got
man.
and speaking
and
of
then you
Paul,
have and then you have the non-Christian Goldilocks Dwight. All to bring that whole thing together.
Told you, man. That is Hotep Howard.
Who we got in the building, Big Shy?
We got Nick in the building. Nick, what up, man?
Nick,
Hold on, he gonna have to jump. I think he gonna have to jump off real quick because his audio didn't connect.
Yeah, I think it went
right.
X or something like that. Cause show that he on.
so I think we might start doing this. We might have like a member of the week show. Member of the week. You just let a member come join us for a couple of minutes. So Nick, you get your audio situation together. Definitely hop on in with us, man. Kick it with us for a little bit. But Paul George is another interesting dude. I'm glad MJ you actually brought him up.
He been balling, man.
Yes, he has.
Having a really good year. Having a really good year. Clippers, I think, have kind of gotten themselves together. And I know Germ said he liked the Clippers a couple months ago in the finals. I think Trav had
picked-
1 foot in.
No. I picked against LeBron in the field, and I wanted the Clippers.
The Clippers.
Yes.
Me and MJ was still sort of LeBron in the field.
I said LeBron unless he injured. He injured.
Ham, did you say Ham? LeBron, did you
All of mine was health, contingent upon health.
contingent upon
But
health?
Right.
Nick,
And it wasn't so
What's
much
going
as
on with
LeBron.
Are you
audio.
selecting? Are you selecting with audio, Nick? Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Because I think he's clicking not audio, and that's when
Nick,
it comes
yeah.
up. It's
click
an
in,
X.
you got to put your audio on.
Click audio on. Click the blue button. See, it's still X. He's clicking off.
Interesting. We're gonna get it right.
We'll get them together. Don't worry.
Yes, sir.
Yes, is that you now?
No,
Mic check.
no, still his
Okay.
audio still not on.
Yeah, it's keep coming on X. See right there, it need to be a check mark coming up. There you go.
My bad. My
You
bad.
good, fella.
What's going on, Nick?
Hold on. My bad. What's going on?
So
What's going on?
we got friends of the program, Nick, joining us, man. I think it's something we're gonna start doing on a regular, just kind of
Man, I'm getting old.
letting the members join us, talk with us. So Nick, man, you've been tuned in with us for most of the night. Appreciate you for listening in, man.
Yes, sir.
What anything that we talked about? We didn't talk about KD, we didn't talk about Steph, we didn't talk about these young teams in the playoff chase. Anything that we talked about or something you want to drop in, man, have us bat around for a little bit?
I mean, pretty much what y'all said on point. Steph is the best shooter I ever seen. Point guard. I don't know what to say.
It ain't nothing to say.
He does.
You
Hey,
said
hey,
it.
fam,
You said enough.
fam, he does that to you. That's what the defenders do every night. I don't know what to say.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm a Spurs fan. Every time we play them in the playoff, I'm like, damn, he gonna make it. Damn, he gonna make it.
Put your fist down, Trap.
Now, Nick, where you from?
No
I'm in
soliciting.
Georgia.
Nick, you from Georgia? Are you from Georgia, like raised in Georgia?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start right there. Now let's start right there. Trav, you stay here. Don't go nowhere. You're gonna be on part of this too. Now we here at 94. We do not judge how anybody becomes a fan of anybody. However you became a fan. But I do wonder how because Trav is a Spurs fan from Olive Branch. Nick, you're a Spurs fan from Georgia. So help me out on this. What? No judgment whatsoever. What drew you to the Spurs, Nick?
I mean, because I played basketball and that's all we ran with plays to death. I'm pretty much on an 80% white team, so we just ran plays to death, and I feel like
So they just reminded you of how you play about what you hooped with.
Yeah, we made free throw and we shot three. That's all we did.
Y'all probably won a lot of games too.
Yeah, we went to the Final Four, lose every time. I said, dang.
Man,
that hurt. Totally understand, man. Welcome to the club, fella. We need more. But you know what? Less is more on the Spurs contingent. I mean, the less on the boat, the faster it will float. Believe me.
Five rings
back.
without a super team.
Five. We ain't that. We gonna play ball. We gonna play the right way. We do it, and they don't understand. Well, they do understand because this again, these 94 feet. The way I became a fan is I don't like the jumping of the bandwagons as far as just trying to be that. I'm a Tim Duncan fan, always because I watch Wake Forest. Randolph Childress was my guy, but you see this number 21 dude, just young and fresh and just doing what he doing.
Right.
I seen him go to the Spurs and I seen what they was building. I just became a fan ever since. So and I like their stuff. I like the coach. The coach coached 13. He coached one just like he's 13. Yeah. I like the environment. It's just me. It just fits me. And
where the coach from, Trav?
Who?
Yo,
Pop from Chicago. Ain't he from up north?
Still Indiana. He ain't from Chicago.
He from Indiana?
Yeah.
Well, at least he ain't like the rest of Indiana cats.
No, that's what I said. The region we different.
But he's a regional guy. He's a regional guy.
I mean, I don't agree what he did with Kawhi Leonard though. I didn't like that situation.
Well, the whole thing, I can't be because I'm a Kawhi Leonard fan. Believe it or not, I'm wherever Kawhi Leonard goes, I'm going to watch him. Yeah. But at the same time, if it's certain mess, and if you just ain't happy at that point, just you gotta let bygones be bygones. We tried to keep him.
I disagree.
When it's all said and done, you just gotta let him go.
I'll say it like
Nick say he wasn't feeling that whole thing.
Yeah, I understand. Hey, it's fans like that, and I totally understand. It's like that. It just.
And then he left and won the final the next year. I was pissed off. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I was pissed.
This is what I'm seeing with Kawhi now, that it's now starting to kind of surface or whatever. And me knowing how Popovich is, not just from him being from a region, but just how he showed us what he is as far as the coaches go, it makes sense now. Because even though Kawhi was right, because he did need a second opinion and he should have went the direction, we're starting to learn now that his posse, even if Kawhi said that, his posse don't be playing a lot.
They don't play.
So it's like, if you pop and you trying to run the organization a certain way, and you got this dude's posse pretty much trying to call the shots, and this is your program, it's tough.
Yeah. Do I put up with it or do I let it go? And in Pop's perspective, he had to let it go.
So Nick and Trav, let's keep up with the Spurs thing. We talked about Atlanta and Charlotte and the Knicks. Young squads that in the playoff hunt. Spurs are another team who a lot of young players
hanging on to the 10th seed.
And 10th seed that we talked tonight. How do you, based on kind of what expectations were preseason and kind of how the season has gone, how are you feeling about what things are right now with the Spurs?
Nick, if you want to chime in on it, go ahead.
How looking? It seemed like to me we always play the team that good. We always play them down, like play them up. We play the good teams well, and we play the bad teams bad. Did you notice?
Level of competition, play,
right?
Which is not good.
Mm-mm.
And you're exactly right.
See the Warriors in the play-in game. I don't.
Right now, the Spurs are actually winning against the Pacers right now. They was last time I seen they were beating about 20.
But you gotta think about they without two players too, without two of their big men tonight.
But isn't that kind of the sign of a young team though?
It is.
Did you do stuff? You do that?
You get up for the team.
Right.
Got a name. I'm playing against my idol, or this team has a name and it might be on TNT.
Correct.
Or I pull it up in the city with that Instagram girl that like me.
We're to be honest, DeRozan is not going to be there next year. He's not. We're missing two of them guys. We've been having at least one of them guys, like Kawhi. Kawhi was that guy. Kawhi was that difference maker. The Spurs is missing one of them guys or two of them dynamic guys like that.
Mm-hmm. Y'all need Amani Bates.
If he coming in with that dynamic
work, I hope so.
Coming in with that dynamic work like that, we so would take him.
Like a baby
we
KD.
so would take him.
Like a baby KD.
We so would take him. Believe me, we would take him. Believe me, we would take him. If he coming in with that dynamic work.
Yeah, Amani is.
That's a grown man.
Dude, young guy got some work on. Young guy got work on.
I see him in the 7th grade, 7th grader. He was dominating.
Oh my God.
Looking like Penny. I'm just like, who is this little skinny?
I seen him play against LeBron's son. I said, that's nasty, man. Nasty.
Nah, he got some work definitely to be done, man. What y'all think about Shaq going to Gonzaga?
I like it. I think for what Gonzaga, the way Gonzaga plays fits him. Not that he can't fit in anywhere, because I think he's a great player, but with that ball movement, the way they stretch the bigs out, mobile big.
He gonna be the one and done version of Christian Lake. They gonna hate him because he's that good.
He already won a genetic lottery being 7 foot.
They gonna hate him. I'm telling you right now, because he get in your face, he block your shot, he talk to you.
Yeah, right. He's the game I saw when him and Amani played. The game I saw,
he said all this.
he got really good timing on shot block. Like he just ain't jumping, just swatting the air. Like he got really good timing. He can shoot it. So he got two NBA skills already. Block shots and shoot.
Yeah, he just going to Gonzaga for 1 year so he can do what he got to do and go make that money.
Was that with him and Jalen Suggs playing that game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got overtime for Phoenix and Milwaukee currently. 116 up.
Wow.
That old dog.
And to be honest, like my example I said about the Spurs, we beat the shit out of the Sun the other night.
Yes, we did. We beat them back and we got fined $25,000 because we set down DeRozan, Patty Mills, and Eubanks.
We still beat them by down there 20.
Beat them by 20.
Hey, Pop is the original low man.
Hey, man, what?
No, man.
He is. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, he is. Hey, I remember he did Miami so bad.
Hey, that night, that nigga was really.
That was the Colo started.
That man sat down the whole squad on a national
That
TV
man
game
sat
and
down.
almost won.
He told Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and Ginobili to stay at home. Them folks almost won that game too. They almost won.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna give y'all an example.
Bad.
On one year we played the Thunder in the playoff. I think it was the second time we went to the final. And you remember he switched up the lineup. He put Boy D out into the blowout. We got blown out game 4. And I think 5 and 6 he put Boy D out in the lineup.
Right.
The whole series. Like,
That changed the whole. That changed the whole perception of that because that was Splitter.
Yeah.
He started putting Splitter off the bench because Boris Diaw.
Tiago Splitter.
Boris Diaw made a difference because he needed a more of a dynamic of a forward, and plus Boris Diaw can handle the ball. And what changed this series was we was taking advantage of Derek Fisher. We started putting his little ass.
Boris was French Draymond.
But he was a dog. He was a dog.
Boris Diaw.
Hey, Ronnie, I like that.
He was French Draymond.
Boris Diaw was that, and he took advantage of his mismatches. But the giant killers of that finals was him, Kawhi Leonard, and Patty Mills. Patty Mills destroyed Dwayne.
Big Mills. I did not know he was Australian until I heard him talk. I didn't know.
Yeah, he's Australian.
I said that's Australian all day.
Trav. So hold on, real quick. Everybody stop. Did you have to do the accent too? While you said he was Australian? He's Australian. Yes. Yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah, he is. He is.
While we talking real quick, Memphis is up 62-59 right here. Joker got 19 and 6, and we just started the third quarter on 10 shots.
Playing the Nuggets. They playing the Nuggets.
The Grizz is, yep.
No, that one thing. I don't take the Nugget. I don't take the Nugget serious. Never did.
It's hard.
Because last year in the bubble, you ain't had no pressure. You ain't had to travel. You had to go to hotel every 2 nights. The pressure was off team that didn't used to win, so they stayed in one spot the whole season. Basically.
I said that when the season started. I said that when they come out this bubble, it's gonna look different for some people.
You got to travel, mindset, coaching different. You ain't got to move. You pretty much going 2 or 3 minutes. It's crazy.
And you know Jamal having that ACL injury.
That's the only thing hurting. That's the only thing that got me weary about Denver. But I can depend on Jokers to come and give me work every night.
But he can't do it by himself, though.
No, he can't do it by himself. But them guys gonna move because he can pass that ball, and that ball has energy.
So here's the issue right now for Denver. Right now, they don't got my guy. Y'all know who I like from that team. The two players I like from me. My guy Monty.
Like Monty.
Oh, nobody got
my guy Bo. What you talking about?
What
you talking about? Switch your house, baby. MJ, leave my guy Bo out of this.
I want Bo to play. They just ain't gonna let him play.
But I guarantee you, if it was in San Antonio, he'd be in a rotation.
Oh my God. I would love Bo.
Hey, no solicited, Nick. You're new to the program. No solicited for Spurs players.
If you want who you want, you tell them who you want. I do the same thing. They're not going to stop me for recruiting. You go recruit whenever you want to.
Hey,
we need ball.
LJ. Get that out of here. But the problem right now is they're not getting any input from the point guard position right now. With Joker being what he is right now, that's what they're missing, and that's probably what's going to stop them from being a serious contender this year moving forward. Because without you having the threat of having your second best player, that does, whether we like it or not, that hurts.
You gotta have a point guard. You gotta have a vested point guard in the playoff.
I remember that one game when Denver started everybody, all they big men, and had Joker running point. They might want to pull that again.
Oh man.
Bowles, start Aaron Gordon.
Hey
start
man,
Joker,
Joker
start
can do what he
Michael Porter
wants.
Jr.
I wish we had Joker too, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
Right, Joker can do whatever he want on the floor.
Hey man. when you play at your own pace, you play at your own pace. That boy.
Hey man, that man do. He can do whatever he want on that basketball.
Hey, you know what I want to see? I want to see somebody try to full court press Joker and see just how saucy he gets.
Oh, I think he can go. I think he can go.
He gonna put it. He can put it behind his back and everything.
No. I want to see it because I want to enjoy it,
dude.
Okay.
He. I mean,
Ham. Sign me and Ham up.
He can work. I
want to see
press. Put some press on Joker. He'll get past there with 8 seconds.
But another thing about our Spurs team, we never drafted American players because American players they train last and they play first. Overseas player, they train their body to play 40 minutes, 45, 50, whatever they got to play to win, and they play later. That's why they fundamentally sound.
So we got so Nick keep coming through.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I mean, because I'm a basketball guy, so I said, why we ain't got the American players? And I just thought about it in my head. I said, oh shit.
And the why behind
that? Because they body train and they play longer too. Look at Dirk, 20 years overseas.
That's because they train for the profession.
Professional, right?
They not training for 40. Like a bit word, they train to see who gonna be like jumping out the gym and run the fastest. They train the skill,
fundamental,
dribble,
layup, bounce pass.
They don't care about you being able to jump out the gym.
It ain't gonna be pretty.
Luka can't jump over a stack of textbooks. It don't matter.
Luka getting the job done.
Luka just a cold dude, man. 122 tight in OT. PJ Tucker, he in that corner, knocking down that corner jumper.
I mean, just like Milwaukee, I don't take Milwaukee serious either. I just
neither do we. How much we have in common?
Oh man,
hey, you know what? Serious. You know the thing
why you even made the playoffs? That's how I feel sometimes.
Milwaukee and Paul George are in the same boat this year.
Oh man, that pandemic.
Everybody waiting on the playoffs.
Oh, he called him pandemic. Hey, all right, all right, man.
It's 9:30. It's that time.
To go.
On
that note.
Hey Nick, thank you for coming through, man.
Appreciate it,
man.
Shout out to you.
We're here for you, man.
Pandemic P.
And on that note,
I'm leaving. Yep, that's it.
And on that note, y'all.
I don't take Paul George serious either, so y'all have a good night, man.
On that note, this is 94 Feet of Light, sponsored by The Scene. Nick, shout out special guest Nick. Hey, join the show, man. You might be able to come through and fall through next, man. Special fans. Because I think on these Monday nights, we just kind of freestyling Mondays until the playoff gets here. So we're just going to kind of talk about whatever comes to mind.
Right.
Pick up Jern, Draft, Ham, MJ, special guest Nick in the building.
Appreciate y'all.
The Facebook group, man. Basketball for the people, by the people. We out of here.
Mm-hmm.